Hello and good morning. This is Phil. It is 4:24 a.m. on Monday, June 3rd, 2024. It's third month. It feels like the third month. It's the third day of the fast. I'm doing pretty good. Energy level's okay. Yesterday I had a good day. I got the oil change in my car, and let me go get this real quick. I went down to AutoZone. That right there is the gas line out of my post hole digger. It has a 2-stroke motor in it, and it's about 15 years old. And that line looks okay, but the line that came off of it was destroyed. The only line they had at AutoZone to put in that was this line right here, which is windshield washer line, which the 2-stroke gas is going to eat up. And I already know that. But I took a chance and I put this in it. I've got enough here to replace it a second time if I have to, which I will have to if I leave the gas in it. But guess what? I took the gas tank off, and I took the chance, and I didn't know how the line went in there, but what they did was the manufacturer has a grommet it's a rubber grommet coming out of the gas tank. They just forced these lines through it over to the little carburetor of the 2-stroke engine, and they source the gas to that, and they have a return line out of that little carburetor that brings gas back to the it vents it somehow back to the gas tank. And I didn't know how it was hooked up because the line had ate itself up. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna try. And all I can do is try. And the guys at AutoZone were very cool. They went back there and they looked and they said, this is pretty much all we got. I said, you know what, screw it. The thing is pretty much toast. I know I can dig the holes with it. I've got a spade shovel that's I've been digging holes with for the posts. And I said, screw it, I'll give it a shot. So we put the lines in there, and the good Lord guided my hands, man. It went scarily very well. And I went outside, and I have a 2-stroke snowblower. I use Pennzoil 2-stroke gasoline oil in my 2-stroke gasoline. I have a gallon container that I keep full of it, and I keep it all year long. And I use what is that stuff? It's red gasoline stuff that Stabilo. I use that in my 2-stroke and in my 4-stroke gasoline for my lawnmower, Stabilo. And it is an ounce for every 2.5 gallons. So of course I use more than I need to. I use like 3 ounces for 5 gallons of gas. But for a gallon of gas, I use at least I probably use an ounce, which is way too much. I probably use maybe 3/4 of an ounce. But anyway, I also use the Pennzoil synthetic 2-stroke gasoline. It's a gasoline oil because you got to mix the gas and oil, and it's a synthetic. And this is the stuff I got almost like I bought a gallon of it, and I've used it for, geez, I guess 17 years. But anyway, long story short, I put about a quart of that gasoline in the little post hole digger, and I worked it a little bit, and I was cranking on it, and I cranked on it with the choke on, and blup, 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 blup. And then I reached over and I held the throttle wide open, blup, 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 blup. And then I the little switch on there's an on-off switch. I didn't know which way it was on and which way it was off, but I do know now. Now, after 15 years, I clicked it over and I put it on full choke, and it went bling, ding, 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 ding. I said, son of a bitch. And I went bling, ding, 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 ding. It was on full choke. Ding, 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 ding. And I popped it over on run, and man, she fired up like she was brand new. I could not believe it. You know, I couldn't believe it. So I got to find this kind of fuel line while I'm enjoying this little victory. But long story short, she's running again. And I dug one hole with it. I was laughing. I couldn't believe it. But when I cranked it up, because it hadn't been run so long, I wanted to make sure that I ran it long enough to heat it up, to get that synthetic wool all through it, you know, because that's really what you want to do. That's why I pulled out my snowblower yesterday. I cranked it up. And the beauty of the synthetic lubricating oil in two-stroke gasoline for a two-stroke engine is that the synthetic stuff never turns to a resin. It never gets sticky in the engine, and what it does is it preserves the engine. So we live in a beautiful time of lubrications, because back in the day when it was a natural two-stroke motor oil, it would actually get sticky and it would attract dirt, and it would actually kill the motor. It would gum up the spark plug and everything. But with being it a synthetic, it works with the gasoline to keep the inside of the engine clean and running good. And I was so happy. And I got to give all glory to God in this, because, man, my hands were. I was working in this, and I had been thinking about this, and the last time I tried to crank it up, it was pouring gas out of the damn engine. I said, oh no, I hope the gas tank isn't broke like the gas tank's broke on my Murray mower. I gotta, you know, that old mower has had a broken gas tank for probably 15 years. And they sent me a recall on that, and they offered a new gas tank before it broke, and apparently it had been a problem. And of course I was like, screw it, it's running good, I'm not leaking. And right after I threw that away, it started leaking. But it holds a half a gallon of gasoline in it, just regular gasoline in it, with the Stabilo in it, and it runs fine. But anyway, I'm just happy that this worked out. You know, like I said, I got to get that kind of, instead of this, because this is soft rubber line. This is line for a windshield washer, and this is fuel line. So this will fail. It will soften this up and eat it, especially if I leave any in it. So that's what I did yesterday. Once I ran it for about 20 minutes. It just bring. I ran one hole into the ground, and it dug a beautiful hole. I ran it for 20 minutes, and then I said, you know what? I've tried to run the gas out of it, but I just had too much gas in it. So I said, screw it. I'll just pour the gas out. The gas is old. I'll make another gas tank, another 1 gallon tank of fuel, you know. And it worked out. So, you know, you never know. I mean, in the morning, like I said, I had a lot of stuff. I still have a lot of stuff I want to get done here, but I understand that I'm at a calorie deficit. When you're on a fast, you're at a calorie deficit. You only have the calories that are in your body. And I need the calories to live on. I checked my weight. I've lost 6.4 pounds in 2 days. I was started at 202, 102.2 pounds, and now I'm down to 100 and, the hell is it, 195.8, I think it was. There. Now it says 196.4. I swear it said 195.8 just a minute ago. But anyway, it's around 6 pounds. But, so I got the gas change. I got the oil change in my car, which is wonderful. I'm always careful with that. You got to be careful with that. You can't. That's engines now are $6,000. Whatever you get. Some engines are ridiculous. I saw a quote for an engine on a Toyota that was $36,000. That was for, I think that was for the brand new twin turbo V6 that they have on Toyota pickup trucks. Brand new Toyota pickup trucks that they're dying. They got a real major problem with debris in those engines, and Toyota just recalled 100,000 of them. That truck cost $70,000. Now the history of that is they had a V8 engine, 5.7 liter V8 engine that was stone cold reliable, and because the EPA is sticking it up the ass of the auto manufacturers, they're having to go with smaller and smaller engines. And to derive the same amount of power, they got to put turbochargers on them, they got to put direct injection on them, and it's a recipe for disaster. And disaster happened. And the disaster's happening to the 100,000 people who bought these $70,000 plus Toyota pickup trucks. They're having engines that are falling apart at 7,000 miles. 7,000 miles, and they're spinning bearings. They say they're spinning bearings. Well, unfortunately, there's a lot of debris in those engines, and it's a bad thing. I'm happy Toyota's recalling them, but the reality is Toyota is a manufacturer, and Toyota will do what helps Toyota, which means your brand new car, your brand new truck ain't going to get a brand new engine if they can help it. They'll bring it in, they'll have somebody at the dealership take the engine apart, and they'll try to fix it like that. And your truck will never be the same as it would have been if you had a crate engine brought in from Toyota. And that's just the way it is. So here's is another case where it just pays to buy a used vehicle, because their used vehicles are pretty strong if you can find one that's been maintained. In any case, I don't want to get in this big discussion. I got work out to do, and I got to go to work, and it's early in the morning. So thank you for coming to the video. Let's go to the floor and let's do this. Knucklehead is over here. She's running around. I expect to see her over here probably. I have home tea in there that's brewing. So let's get to the floor and let's get this knocked out. What are you doing, Poopy? Are you gonna come over and see me, little monster? This is little monster. Yes, you did. She just ate. Yes, she did. Come on. It's okay. You can come over here, Poopy. Alright, I guess not. But she knows I'm going to do my exercise, so she doesn't want to get in the way. That's fine. Alright. My hands smell like bong water. Wonder where that's coming from. That's not a good smell. Here we go.
Praise the Lord. Hey, this has got to go. That is not a healthy color tea. 2 green tea to 1 black tea. Home tea. Good stuff. Might look the same, but it ain't the same. That's fresh. 2 teaspoons of sugar in this. Don't normally do that, but today I think I'm gonna need it. So, there it is. Oh, that's pretty damn good. And that's hot green tea and black tea together. Whew. All right. Please don't get trapped on the floor. Please exercise. Okay, here we go. Back into it. We're not going to drag our ass. Squats, watch out for your knees. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for waking me up today. Thank you, God, for driving me to do this today. Thank you, God, for being in my life. Please always be in my life. Thank you for helping me fix that posthole digger yesterday, too. What a crazy world. Relax, Phil, relax. Come on. Breathe. Bring it back. Come on. Here we go. For you, God, for you. Thank you for this body. Again, for you, Lord. Thanks for giving me this body. Thank you, God, for being in my life. Please always be in my life. I miss you, Mona, and I love you. It is 4:59 a.m. on Monday, June 3rd, 2024, and the bill is paid. We're about to run out of time here. Please don't drink Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi. The aspartame in both is poison. Sucralose is another poison. Aspartame and sucralose will make any depression a person suffering worse and may cause them to kill themselves. Please read the ingredients list of everything you buy. Be real careful. I trusted a manufacturer yesterday and it burnt me. Don't let them burn you. Never drink aspartame, never drink sucralose. No one you love deserves to be poisoned. Please have a wonderful Monday. God bless you, and we will see you on the next video. God is there to help. If you're having a problem, He's right next to you right now. Just ask Him for help. It may not come in the way you want it to, but God works in His magical, wonderful ways, and He will help you. He's always there to help, okay? Have a wonderful day. God bless you, folks. We'll see you next video.